attempt burst fade on the side and the back.
Yeah, we're gonna fade in the beard. You wanna bring something off the beard? Okay, leave the beard, length of the beard and tip it on the back. We're gonna cut it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the color's right and everything.
Yeah. Tell me one more time the name of the show.
Oh, live from the barber chair, barbershop talk.
Okay, live from the barber chair, barbershop talk with my boy Ray.
I just feel like
I need some liquor in my cup. While we talk.
In addition to the tens of millions here in the United States who watched the first Trump-Biden debate, millions more around the world saw what amounts to be a huge embarrassment for the United States.
What was your reaction to the debate?
To be honest with you, man, that was the same thing I was saying. I'm like, man, it's supposed to be two grown men, man. They look like two grown kids, two very wealthy kids at that. You know what I'm saying? That were just bickering back and forth. Which I'm not a Trump supporter. I like some of the business aspects and things that Trump has, but as far as a person and being president, I don't believe he's fit to be president, to be honest with you.
Oh, man.
I don't believe he's fit to be president, you know. For one, you wouldn't denounce the KKK. You wouldn't denounce any organization that's against African American people. What you told them was to do stand back and stand down.
And so his arms up.
You know.
But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
to do
specifically
that,
do it? Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. Do you want to call him? What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
Who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing.
FBI directive.
This.
And so his arms up.
You know.
And in the same breath, questions Biden about what he thinks about law enforcement.
Right.
Like, wait a minute.
Now this is the same. Right.
Now I'm cool with law enforcement, family and law enforcement and everything. But my thing is, how you go from that to that just like that?
He's acting like he was supposed to be the mediator, asking the question. You know, that's why I was saying I had never seen nothing like this in my life. Out of my many years of watching debates and seeing the different presidents come in, man.
Right.
That was the worst ever I've ever seen, man.
It's a sign of the time too, man. We're here at a time where, they wouldn't have got away with that any other time. The world, man, 10 years ago would have turned upside down. 20 years ago, oh God, seen something like that. People would have gave all hope up on the world.
One thing about it, though, bro, when you really look at it and see it, even Trump supporters was disappointed. They got on Twitter and talked about how disappointed they was in Trump.
Yeah.
But Trump has been this same big kid
That's him.
for the last 3.5 years that he's been in there. He's been himself.
Yeah.
You know. So it wasn't a surprise to me because, to be honest with you, man, however you are is going to come out eventually.
Right.
But he showed us who he was from the beginning.
Right.
You know. But what really upset me about this whole debate, in the debate, your team was asked some questions and they gave answers saying that you was going to follow the directions. Now, this is the same president that wants people to follow directions that he gives as chief commander of the United States of America. But you can't even follow the directions that you agreed to.
Right.
So how do you think us, the Americans, feel about that? We already feel salty about you anyway.
Right.
So you just showed us exactly who you was.
Trump you know, we put past the fact that, you know, money ain't gonna just make you super what philanthropist or no missionary or not. You know, like he's still you know, just a regular
Right, you're still a regular person, huh?
regular old idiot.
You just got a lot of money.
Exactly. Still a rich idiot.
A rich idiot. A rich, big, old kid.
Right.
Idiot.
Man, are you standing there and argue with that man like that on national TV?
You know, I was glad Biden told him, won't you just shut up, you know? I was glad Biden told him that. Because he needed to. Won't you just shut up?
Yeah.
Vote now.
You're gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't want
you're a
to answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the question
you want to
is
put a lot of
the
new
question
Supreme Court
is
justice,
the
radical
question,
left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
right.
Gentlemen, I think we've ended this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man.
The people understand, Joe.
They sure
47 years you've done nothing. They understand.
All right. The second subject is COVID-19, which is an awfully serious subject. So let's try to be serious about it. We have had.
The problem I got with Biden is, come on, man, you a grown man. You put your pants on just like he put his on. Don't go to stuttering when somebody talking to you about something, man. Be a man, stick your chest out and go back at him. But do it in a professional manner because we, the people of the United States, is watching this.
Right, that's right. That's what
Now,
I'm saying.
I give him his points for looking into the camera and saying, this is not about me or my family.
Oh, that was
This is not about my sons. This is about the American people and what we can do to make the United States of America better.
right. Oh man, that was a sad part.
Now, when Trump started targeting his son that
Yo,
died
oh, your children.
and his
Man,
son
what,
that has
man?
an addiction that's still living, that's the lowest blow you
That's
can
low.
ever
That's
do.
low, man.
You
What's
know.
going on, man? I'm thinking to make Biden vulnerable like that on
Right,
TV. 'cause
on
now
national TV.
Now I love my son. I'm proud of my son. No, you don't have
Right.
to explain
You
that
don't
to
have to
nobody.
explain that to anyone.
Hell no. Not no Trump sitting up here calling out no personal business. Man, please.
Right.
This is national TV.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Joe. 47 years, you've done nothing.
Let's have this debate.
And if
We'll
you
see
would have
who's-
had, let me just tell you something, Joe.
No,
if you would have had the charge of what I was put through, I had to close the greatest economy in the history of our country. And by the way, now it's being built again.
You see,
That was a hot mess inside a dumpster fire, inside a train wreck. That was the worst debate I have ever seen. In fact, it wasn't even a debate. It was a disgrace. And it's primarily because of President Trump.
It's like when they asked Trump, how much in taxes have you paid? Is it true you only pay $750 and you a multi-billionaire?
Right.
I've paid millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I've paid millions and millions.
You a lie.
I don't know.
They've asked you for your tax records.
For years.
They will be ready. So that means you got somebody making you up some. Dummy, you telling us on national TV
right.
what you're doing.
They'll be ready, right. Yeah, that's true, right? He got somebody forging some crap together.
Yeah,
Put
man.
the numbers and stuff, because this will make sense.
I don't trust Trump. I don't trust Trump as far as he can see himself standing in a mirror. Yeah, but that was a circus, man. It's like I watched the circus all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It's ridiculous. And you're supposed to be the one representing the United States of America. Come on, man.
Yeah. Man, well, I think they thought, you know, but they thought wrong.
Right.
Y'all didn't. I just think they did not expect this.
Right.
Whoever in that, whoever in the electoral college that thought we were gonna put Trump in office, I think they did not think that it would go like this. You can't. Hell, you didn't want Hillary Clinton in there because she's a woman, and you didn't know how that would look to the rest of the world. But how do you think Trump looked? People from all over the world talk about Trump.
Right.
We look crazy Yo, the whole world talks about the U.S. We look crazy all together all the time. Like, they see all the shootings. That's why they was rioting all over the world for the protests all over the world. They see all that. Yeah, the U.S. looks crazy everywhere.
Right. That's right. And that's sad, brother. You know.
Wolf, one of the reasons Russia meddles in American politics, according to US intelligence agencies, is to sow discord. It's certainly getting a bumper harvest this year. Russian state television has been all over the protests in US cities, the chaos, the political division. The top anchor on state-controlled television told me recently that America has now lost its moral right to lead. I mean, music to the ears of the Kremlin, although the office of Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, has been tight-lipped. Shortly after the chaotic first Trump-Biden election debate, the Kremlin refused to comment, saying that to do so would be interpreted as interference in US domestic affairs, something the Kremlin insisted to the reporters it's something it would never do. Wolf.
Matthew Chance in Moscow, thank you. Some in Chinese state media are pointing to the debate as an example of what they see as American global influence in decline. CNN's Selena Wang is following all of this for us from Hong Kong. Selena, tell us more.
Wolf, China and other opponents of democracy were the real winners in the utter chaos of the Trump-Biden debate, according to analysts. For decades, Beijing has criticized American democracy, using flaws in the system to justify China's authoritarianism. Analysts say that this messy debate, in which Trump questioned the legitimacy of the November elections, helps to bolster China's argument while also further eroding global confidence in American democracy. The editor-in-chief of state-backed tabloid Global Times said that the debate reflected, quote, division, anxiety of U.S. society, and the accelerating loss of advantages of the U.S. political system. Chinese social media users also mocked the debate, and state media wrote that in the debate there was, quote, no pretense of decorum. Wolf?
Selena Wang in Hong Kong for us. Thank you. In Germany, meanwhile, the debate is raising new questions about America's role on the international stage. CNN's Fred Pleitgen is in Berlin for us. Fred, what else are the Germans saying about the debate?
Wolf, one of the things that's causing a lot of concerns here in Germany is the president refusing to condemn white supremacist groups. Now, of course, in a country with a history that Germany has, any politician accepting support from ultra-right-wing or fascist groups is viewed very critically here. And there are some in Germany who believe that perhaps democracy might be under threat in the United States. Now, there's other politicians in Germany who generally believe that right now they don't really know where America stands on the international stage. And certainly many of them don't believe that the debate answered any of those questions. Wolf?
Very disturbing. Fred Pleitgen reporting for us. Thank you.
You know, and if you watched the debate, man, look at all the faces, the childish faces that Trump made when they knew he was lying. They told him. To his face.
Yo,
you know you're lying.
He was the truth though.
Oh yeah. Mr. President, are you gonna let me talk? Cause I'm the mediator, Mr. President. No disrespect.
It was the truth, man. I said he gonna be a meme. He gonna be a meme.
Yeah.
They gonna make that man into a meme, Mr. President.
Yeah.
And laughed at him, like, and argued with him though. And said, yeah, but you.
He basically told him you lied.
Yeah.
And the American people know you lied.
Ever, me either. I've never seen a moderator have to.
Everybody on CNN, everybody on every news channel, this is what they said after the debate. What in the hell did I just watch?
Yeah, that's right.
They said we are so disappointed in Donald Trump, but why wouldn't you be?
Right.
What you thought he was gonna do? Right. He was gonna be him.
He was gonna be Trump.
He was gonna be Trump.
Man, that man is childish.
The childish rich kid.
Yeah, that's something.
And I have nothing against people that are wealthy. That's dumb to think I do. It's the dumb
I have something.
Racist wealthy.
That I know that Trump was great friends with Jeffrey Epstein. So they got a whole Jeffrey Epstein show on Netflix right now, and Trump's in plenty of those episodes, like in clips, like in pictures.
Right.
I was like, you was with him, Trump. You was with him. They have episodes. They talk about how, whole episodes on how close Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump were. Oh, bro! It just now it goes down. Now it starts to open up a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, all the whole grab her by the this and that and third. Now I'm starting to see. Trump, yo, now who did not do the background check on this guy before we let him in office? Like, his story get worse.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man. The people understand you. For 47 years, you've done nothing.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know every law that you know, and every guideline that you have to go by to be a president. But if I ain't mistaken, don't you got to have been a lawyer or some type of official in government?
Yeah.
How did Trump get in then?
Man.
Because I don't recall him being nothing but a businessman.
Right. It's hard for governors to get in office, which they've been trying to do their whole careers.
So with that being said, his money is what got him in the presidency.
Basically.
Because he really don't know a damn thing.
No, he's not smart at all.
He's taken a bunch of Obama's old speeches and put his words to him. Just said the same thing Obama said.
That's crazy how that came
his
out.
His wife did the same thing. Took some of Michelle Obama's old speeches and implemented some other words. Come on, man, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Here's the deal. The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie. I'm not here to call out his lies. Everybody knows he's a liar. But I just want to make sure. I want to make sure. I reported last in your class, not first in your class. I want to make
Mr.
sure.
President, can you let him finish, sir?
He doesn't know how to do that. He has, you picked the wrong guy, the wrong night at the wrong time.
Listen, you agreed with Bernie Sanders said the
whole idea. There is no manifesto.
Please let him speak, Mr.
Number two.
You just lost the left.
Number two.
You just lost the left. You agreed with Bernie Sanders on a plan.
Folks,
absolutely.
Folks, do you have any idea what this clown's doing?
Now, I'm all for law enforcement when it's done the correct way and you treating the people right. You know what I'm saying? To abide and serve the people. You know, I'm all for that. But you have a lot of bad apples today that are in law enforcement, so it makes law enforcement look bad.
That's true.
It makes the good officers look bad.
That's right.
You know, and that's
so true.
That's
for all
one thing.
my family in law enforcement, you know, it hurts. It feels, it's like, God.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them, man. A bunch of them.
I wanted to take the officer's test just to have it. Not even, just to, because it's different when, boom, I'm an officer. I can go fill out a report.
Yeah.
Then, man, I just started busting. You know, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, it's different now. You can take a little more control because you've been trained and taught, and you can back that up with something.
Right.
Man.
So you know that's a sour taste in America's mouth right now, which is law enforcement. You know, every law enforcement officer is not a bad apple.
Yeah.
You know. If you didn't have law enforcement, then what? It would be a lot of chaos.
Be a purge.
It would be a purge. So you need law enforcement. When you're saying defund law enforcement, no, defund the bad apples.
Yeah.
Don't defund law enforcement. The good people. It's just like saying you going to your job, you doing your job, but you got some bad apples there. You want them to take your paycheck away from you because of what somebody else did? No, you wouldn't, because you got to take care of your family. You got to pay your bills. and be able to live.
But you know what? So apparently, this has happened before, and they have defunded some police. But here's the thing: I'm always skeptical of anything that just comes out of nowhere. Right? So it just comes out of nowhere. Like, that's why I really didn't jump on Black Lives Matter when I started hearing it, because I was like, whoa, you know, when did this come from?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. Black lives matter, white lives matter, Indian lives matter, Spanish lives matter. All races, to me, everybody matter. But black lives are being taken. So when people, and I have my Black Lives Matter shirts because they do matter. For 400 years, we have been mistreated. We have been looked down upon.
Oh yeah.
We're no different than the next person. We can have the same $1 million home in a nice subdivision,
So,
driving.
with that, my only protest to it was the language we was using, cause I'm big on, I don't like us using black.
African American lives matter. That's what it should have been.
And go ahead and confirm Justice Barrett. There has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there. You call this a distraction by the president, but in fact, it wasn't brought up by the president. It was brought up by some of your Democratic colleagues in the Congress. So my question to you is, you have refused in the past to talk about it. Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster or packing the court?
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now. Make sure you, in fact, let people know you're senators.
We really appreciate everybody tuning in and listening to live in the barber chair with having barber talk with my guy Ray. If you hadn't already subscribed, y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Continue to listen in on the conversations that my guy Ray has for you, because we talk about real stuff.
The Republicans won't meet in the Senate. And he sits in his golf course. And, I mean, literally, think about it.
You probably play more than I do, Joe.
What about this question of reopenings and the fact?
Well, he wants to shut down this country. And I want to keep it open. And we did a great job by shutting it down. Wait a minute, Joe. Let me shut you down for a second, Joe, just for 1 second.
Listening in, but we getting a little drink in. We in a what it's called? We in a exclusive disclosed location. Yeah, we are. Oh yeah, honey, Tennessee. Thank you so much. Jack Daniels, honey, Tennessee. Uh-oh, y'all finna get some good conversation now. I got some of that honey. Woo, that smell good. That smell good. That honey Tennessee whiskey.
Yeah. How about it? Let's see.
How about that, my viewers? Y'all listen in. Live from the barber chair with Barber Talk with Ray.
Barbershop talk.
Barbershop talk, baby. With my boy Ray.
If we just wore a mask between now, if everybody wore a mask and social distance between now and January, we'd probably save up to 100,000 lives. It matters.
And they've also said the opposite. They've also said
no serious person said the opposite.
Dr. Fauci said the opposite. He said very strongly, masks are not good. Then he changed his mind. He said masks are good. I'm okay with masks.
I want to ask you both about one last subject, because your different approaches has even affected the way that you have campaigned. President Trump, you're holding large rallies with crowds packed together, thousands of people. Outside, yes, sir, agreed. Vice President Biden, you are holding much smaller events
because nobody will show up.
People with
nobody shows up to his rallies.
All right. In any case, why you holding the big rallies? Why you not? You go first, sir.